Hey, hi, my name is Yara. Today I'm going to be talking about a very interesting poem called A Narrow Fellow in the Grass. And when I first read it, I was like, ugh, like I don't like this. But then after, when you start to understand, because she uses very weird language, when you start to understand what she actually means, it's like a very good poem. And it took me some time to understand. So yeah, so I'm going to be going, no. So, there's a very straightforward subject. It's about the persona's experience and as he encounters the snake, and it's very hard to get the sense that it is a snake, because she doesn't say snake. She says other words that I'll get to. The purpose is. I think she just, Emily Dickinson, by the way, she just wanted to talk about her encounter with the snake, or not her, but like the boy, the persona, but like his encounter with the snake, and it's a very vivid experience. So it's a mixed emotion poem, because there's a sense of fear and there's a sense of amazement and excitement. And it's very, and I'm going to show you some words that bring out the fear in the poem. In the last stanza, it says, the two last lines are without a tighter breathing and zero at the bone. So like, you can tell that it has the persona or the boy has he's kind of scared at the end. He's like, I just encountered it. Like, I just saw a snake. So the emotion is very, like at the end there's fear, but the amazement part comes in the second stanza, where he thought it was, when he first saw the object, he thought it was a whip, like just lying on the floor, and then after using very weird language, Emily Dickinson says, have passed, I thought a whiplash, unbraiding in the sun. When stopping to secure it, it wrinkled and was gone. So first I was like, oh, it's a whip. Oh wait, no, it moved. It's not a whip, it's a snake. So the emotion is a mix of fear and amazement. So it's very mixy. The punctuation, there are lots of commas that lead on to the next line. Like an example, in line 4, first stanza, his notice sudden is, comma, the grass divides as with a comb, comma, as spotted shaft is seen. So it's very line by line, but some lines lead on to the next. Like, line 12, I more than once at noon have passed. I go on to the next one. I thought a whiplash. So it's very, I could get to, it's kind of like, so the structure is very simple. It's 3 stanzas, 8 lines per stanza. So, and each stanza talks about something different. So stanza 1 is like introducing the animal, like the fellow, which is a snake. And then the second one is the snake's description, where it's like, oh, I thought it was a whip. Oh wait, no, it's not. And then the last stanza is where the persona realizes, oh, it's a snake. And that's where he shows the sense of fear and how, like, more about his, like, that time. Oh, I was alone. So, yeah. The language is not to the point at all, and she has a very weird diction choice. She goes, it's very specific and well chosen and makes the reader want to think what this fellow can be. So an example of language that I really didn't get was unbraiding in the sun. Like, I wonder, when you first read this, you're like, unbraiding in the sun. It's just like, I don't know, it makes you think more about what this animal can be. That fellow part that I said you probably don't understand, but it's going to lead me to my next point, which is imagery. And she uses personification in the first 2 lines to get you, to make you understand, wait, this is about an animal. But This is the first two lines. A narrow fellow in the grass occasionally rides. So the personification here is fellow and rides, because fellow here we're talking about like a human can ride a car. Can ride a horse, can ride like anything, but like since a narrow fellow in the grass, an animal, but like how does it ride? So yeah, so it's hard to. The personification is like straight in the beginning, so you're like, oh my gosh, this is not about a human, it's about something like an animal. And another part of personification, she has a simile in line 5, stanza 1. The grass divides as with a comb, so you can see snakes slithering, the grass divides the movement is there's no rhyme scheme. The only rhymes I found was in line 22, 24, alone in bone. That's the only one I could find. It's a very free verse poem. She also, Emily Dickinson wants you to read, she wants you to be in the experience as well. You should feel this too, because in line 7 she says, and then it closes at your feet. The point of view changes from talking about the persona's experience to your feet. So it has a very changey point of view. And the sounds, I don't know if this is just my weird way of thinking, but she uses a lot of S's. So line 6, a spotted shaft is seen. Line 15, when stopping to secure it. That gives me more snakes go so it helps you get the image of it's a snake when you're reading, because as you're reading from line 4, his notice sudden is the grass divides as with a comb, a spotted shaft is seen. There are lots of S's which helps you get the image that it's a snake. So
okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. The first one is there are a lot of words in there that define that chill you feel. Can you give me some examples of that?
He likes a boogie, and it's wrinkled and was gone. Wrinkled.
Okay. What do you think, at the end of it, what do you think Emily Dickinson wants you to take away from this piece of poetry?
I thought the last 2 lines were more of fear, he was scared, the persona was scared. So more she wanted us to take away that.
Is it just about a snake?